Mmm. Dumpling. That's your boy. Wasn't ready for a video, but this one decided to charge, so I don't have a choice. Welcome to another video commentary show. We're doing well on this 29 September with the moon. 25. Today we're doing a midday intro. I'm starting to really like those midday intro. So you guys have been telling me that you want to see, hey, what do you do today versus more than what is the plan today. I like to do what is the plan today because it's a good way for me to visualize myself, right? Yeah, this to do. Let's do it in one day, right? Middle of the day is super nice because you don't have to have this click of we're starting. It just happens, right? So this is pretty cool. What I do like about the midday also is you have a realization, and sometimes in your brain you think, when you say that out loud, it makes sense. So in my case, I'll have a complete day of I'll have a complete day of what should we call it? A complete half a day of doing things. And I'm like, okay, well, did I do enough? So the midday is it? Okay, well, you did this, and now you have to do this. You still have this left. So this is like a good wake up thing, right? So today, what did we do? We went to a nice little bike ride. We went to my father's house, which was really cool. We went to the government, and the government, it went well, but it's so odd. It is so odd because she's moving on. She will not, well, she works there now, but she doesn't really work there anymore, the person that was giving the course. So we're kind of moving on, and still I have this we'll do a complete video about it. It's a super cool subject too. Because now she's gonna be working somewhere else. So I'm like, holy shit, this is goodbye, you know? And it's insane because I didn't think about goodbye as a goodbye. So this also what we did this is a shout out to Sir Winslow Oatry. Sir Winslow Oatry. So Sir, you guys know him. I talked about him a couple of times. Kyle, we started at the same time. One of my good homies, right? And he was talking about, we were talking about progress because he's a fan, but also like he's doing the same thing as I do. And this is cool because Kyle's one of the only creator that is as insane as me, as producing as me, as consistent as me. He's gonna stream and he's gonna create content, right? So it is kind of nice to see, like, okay, well, there's still a human behind that, right? And I relate a lot to Kyle. So we're talking, and like I'm so nervous, and I'm like, and this is not even planned. You guys gonna think that it's planned between me and him, but it's not planned. It just happened. So he talked about, well, I have a video where in the hype we have so much hype, we're ranking so good. Now the craziest thing is, if you asked me 2 days ago what was hype on YouTube, I wouldn't know what it is. I started getting interested in it because I saw, and this is crazy, I was watching this video and I was given the opportunity to give hype. So I was like, okay, what the hell is that? So Kyle says my hype, and I'm like, holy shit, dude. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you did it, right? And you see, this is kind of nice because it was just perfect timing. So he's telling me how to do it. He said, okay, well, you have to be partnered. Are you partnered? And I'm like, no, I'm not partnered. Why? He said, okay, well, you need to be partnered for that. And then he said, I want to help you. And I was like, no, bro, you don't have to, because what I'm missing is watch time, right? Watch time. And technically speaking, right, I don't care. Because if you asked me last year, okay, so I'm just going to sound like such an asshole. I'm gonna sound like such an asshole, but if you asked me last year, I would have told you that yes, I wanted to do this as a job. But now that we have a job, that money's coming in, not such a necessity as much as it was or it used to be. So I'm like, okay, well, I have 700 and I don't even know. I'll tell you. By the way, we are almost at 400 followers on the channel. Yes. We're at 736 on the main channel and 396 on the gaming channel. This is kind of insane, right? So I could be making money, and because even if I was partners, so there's two partners. There's the one at 500 where you can have your own store and people can give you super thanks and they can give you cash, right? And at 1,000, you get ad revenue because they put ad on your shit, right? And I always preferred Twitch and YouTube to TikTok, because Twitch and YouTube compared to TikTok, you had a pay, which was organic through companies, which was revenue versus a gift or a tip, right? So I was like, okay, well, this is cool, but I'm not there yet. And even if I was there yet, like, a lot of people were gonna do, which I believe is a mistake. You're gonna wait until they have 1,000 followers, and then they're gonna right away put ads. And don't do that. Just when you have 1,000 followers, your channel has more visibility. Wait until you have 2,000, 2,500. If you're in dire straits, of course, put ads, but otherwise, you're gonna kill your momentum, right? And then Kyle says that, and he's like, dude, you helped me a lot. He was like, you helped me push for partner, you helped me a lot. You're always boosting my algorithm by commenting and shit like that. And I was like, dude, I do it because you're a good guy, you deserve it. It was like, and this is insane because he's like, yeah, I want to help. I want us to help each other. You help me, so I should be able to help you. And I wasn't comfortable with asking for help. And at the same time, he was like, yo, I'm streaming like 13 hours a day. So he's gonna be leaving the video run behind. And at the same time, I didn't feel. But the reality is, I have 2 channels. Now here lies the biggest issue. I feel dishonest about having my own channel watching it. I would feel dishonest if I was making money. Now, where did all of that go? This is kind of important. Talking about hype. Hype is a way to get visibility on your videos, right? So with the visibilities, what's going to happen with the visibility is my channel is going to be with more people. I have a hard time with visibility because I film so much. Because we film so much, most of my videos get 1, 2, or 3 views versus one of them that gets 100 views. So YouTube see this as 10 videos that are failure versus one video that's sort of popular, right? So with the hype, this would be a way to go around the algorithm. Just get a video pushed out, people discovering me, and people could be saying like, hey, fucking love this guy, or he's weird as shit. And I felt dishonest as a content creator to do that. However, this is not about money. This is about visibility, right? If I have to do this, like for example, I wouldn't feel comfortable about self-promotion, right? Let's say I have a meatball shop, right? I'm chatting with this girl, she's Italian, so let's talk about meatballs. My balls in her mouth, hopefully one day. And let's say I have a restaurant, and we're selling meatballs. I'm like, my meatball are the freaking best, bro. I swear. But I'm not gonna go tell people like, hey, my meatballs are fantastic. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna go and I'm gonna hope customer are liking them and come back, right? But what if a customer come back and says, hey, I brought some friends because your meatballs are that good, and I'm like, well, thank you so much. And do I feel bad about it because I offered a service, right? So this is like a self-promotion. This is letting the work talk for itself, right? So I possibly will cheat a little bit, which is kind of sucky for my legacy. But at the same time, like, one of the best examples that I have for that, and again, I'm not saying that this is what you have to do, right? I'm saying that for now, this is what we're gonna do. You had a guy like RiseGum. So RiseGum was a really popular content creator. I want to say like in 2018, 2019, huge content creator, right? And then what happened is he kind of got out of the making content because he didn't need to. He was rich, and after that he was super honest, which is great. He was super honest about what he did. He said, "Oh, I used to bot my first stream. I wanted people to think that there's a party here, so they would join a stream where there's always people, and then they would say themselves. Organically speaking, I possibly had 10, 15, 20 viewers out of 100, but they would come back, and then I grew up like that, and he made a career out of it, right? At the end, did he bot? No, he didn't need the bot, which is kind of the goal, right? So yeah, so this is the plan. So today we worked a lot on making playlists that I can play as I sleep or as I stream, just like Kyle does. Because he wasn't wrong, you know? It wasn't wrong. Sometimes a company needs a little push, right? And the goal is to move on from that to just saying about, hey, um, my content is amazing. Kyle sits at 15,000 followers on TikTok, sits at 2,000 followers on YouTube, right? And that's because his video gets some views. His videos are this. And I gotta stop thinking that the way he's doing it is different. Because I can do the same thing. And I gotta start saying, like, hey, this is a proven method. You have a guy that's willing to teach you how to get there. It's willing to coach you, right? For example, he tells me, like, I go to your stream and there's no banner, what the fuck? And I want to take that and I want to take those advice, right? And it's kind of crazy because today we talk about mentorship, talk about my friend Simon and how he mentored me. But Serge is mentoring me right now. And why is it not something that I'm interested in? Is it because it's my content? Yes, but he's not trying to change my content. He's trying to help me, so to give me good advice, you know? And I'm thankful for that. So right now what we're doing is we did a Nature Corn. So the Nature Corn is a playlist which lasts like I want to say like 1,000 hours. No. Let's say 400, 500 hours, and we'll let it play as I sleep. And I know that most people do that. I feel kind of bad doing it, but at the same time, see, and it's also the video that you're doing, right? It's also the video that you're doing. You're not doing a, for example, I'm not boosting a video that I think is worth boosting. I'm boosting Nature Corn, where I can go in my studio, write the name Nature, and they'll show me how many of those are that I do. And they tell me 3,000. Let me watch 3,000, one of my Nature Corn. And if you're looking here, why am I doing it? Oh, because later on, these 4 playthroughs are gonna work, and I'm gonna have the Nature Corn beneath. That's pretty much it. So I want to thank Kyle, and it's such a nice thing because to me this feels like, and I'm gonna be giving you such a shitty example, but this feels like Rocky 4. And I'm in the trenches, and I'm beating up meat in a freezer, because that's what Rocky does. And I'm eating a raw eggs even though they taste disgusting. And here is a guy that tells me, like, not only can you train, but you can have a team. Like, for example, today, and this is a motivation thing. You can have a little team helping you, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's people, when I'm going live, they're helping me. They're always there, you know, and I'm super thankful for that. And of course, they're doing it because we're friends, but they're always trying to help. They're also trying to help me. And today I was looking at something kind of sad, which is the TikTok studio, right? And it was so stupid. It was inspiration. What else was it? There were so many things, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful because they were giving you so much advice. Like, summarize. I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna hear also the microwave, because the microwave is finished. We're gonna be doing a TikTok live right after that. Ow, wow, wow, wow. Oh. I see the computer is closed. Also, the computer keeps closing. I don't know why. So that's not good. That's not good. So this is not the good computer. Truth is, I don't know where it is. I don't know. Aha. Is that it? I don't even know where my studio is, to be honest. Okay. Yo no sé dónde es. ¿Dónde tú están? Right here. There you go. Okay. So you have this. This is us, right? You see the channel here? This is me. This is me. This is me. And this is Kong Cobra GFS. Pay respect to this legend. So we do I have to play this, right? We can do Nature Corn Volume 2. Then they'll tell me that I can't anymore. You see, you're gonna do collaboration. This is new inspiration. This is also new, right? I did for video. Nature Sport in New York, my secret to multi-channel content creation, my psychology of viral change, decoding my fast talk as a speech impediment. This is so cool. This is so cool. See? Collaboration. That would have been so nice. Promotion. That would have been so nice. Podcast. Playlist, posts, live, shorts, video. We think the problem. And that's pretty much it. But even yesterday, we were straight up talking about how we had a thing on YouTube that was saying like, hey, you literally can get decoding. This is nuts. We saw the moon today, and now it's already on the other side of the building, and we've been filming for 29 minutes, so that's not that much. So yeah, and I should be checking that, right? I have friends that check that, and I'm like, dude. And at the same time, I am so grateful for Kyle, because I have never, and this is a honest, I have never asked a person, hey, do you have advice for me? Hey, what is the change on YouTube? What is the change there? I had Janice. Janice was super helpful for that, because Janice he's really good at the behind this. So for example, we were doing TikTok Live together. Well, I was doing TikTok Live and he was one of my mods. He was also super helpful because he would go in the background and would be like, hey, there's some new rewards. Hey, there's a new TikTok Live system. There's a new way to make it tips, right? Also, Janice was the one that says, and again, this is super nice because he was the one that tell me, hey, are you aware that TikTok is gonna close? And this is the proof that I need to be better, because he was like, hey, do you know that the TikTok's gonna close? It was last year before Trump got elected, and I was like, yeah, but bro, it's in America. And it's like, yeah, but how many of your viewers are American? I'm like, holy shit, you're right. You see, so I have to ask for advice. I have to, but it's so complex because I really like the artsy part of the content creation business, right? Of course. But, and it's nuts because at the same time, it's so crazy because, I'm doing right now, well, not right now, but yesterday, we were doing like so it's a questionnaire, right? Because I'm seeing somebody and they're telling me like, okay, well, we're gonna find you a good job, but we're also gonna find you information if needed to be. And they're giving me a paper, and then you got like, okay, so you got like, for example, a subtitle. So for example, teaching, or one line like art of communication, right? And then you have some squares, and they'll give you a problem, or they'll give you like a situation, or what is required, or something that happens. Like, for example, I like talking about how I view things, but I'm also willing to listen to other people. You have from 1, which is not at all, to 5, like I'm interested in that, right? You have to do like from 1 to 5, right? And art of communication, I had the most. I had the most points. Some of them I had 5s, which is the maximum. But then out of it, there's one of this, and I don't remember what it was. It was something about, I understand that sometimes silence is golden, which I do understand, but you're talking about the art of communication as a job. Art of communicating, but silence is golden. So I was like, 1, because what's the point of being in a place where, for example, a radio show, right? But that's possibly it also. There was possibly like a radio show where there's a guy in the background that's just listening. Some of them are going to be control quality, right? I'm watching a lot of Howard Stern, and at the same time, this is insane because Howard Stern in itself, great radio host, amazing. But it's not Howard Stern that well, it is Howard Stern that we love, but it's also this team that we have. We have Chewy, that's behind the counter and make sure that the reception is okay. You got Chewy that makes sure, okay, well, who do we have? And they'll tell Howard some ints. It'll tell some ints. For example, we got Eric the actor. We got, we got Eric the actor. And you know how important Chewy is, but then you don't really listen to him. And Chewie role is super important as a sort of a assistant, if you will, in communication. And the question of I understand that sometimes like Silas is golden possibly could be like, hey, this is not my show, but I'm able to help the show with in silence. And I was like, in that sense, I would be, but at the same time, I have a lot of opinion, you know. So I don't know. But yeah, so with that, we're talking about it, and how can I have this domain that is literally quote unquote perfect for me, but I'm seeing some instances where I'm not down. How's that possible? Well, it's possible if you think about it like that. It's possible if you think about it as a sort of multi-level company. I mean, you think I was going to say multi-level marketing, huh? No. Oh, we are out of space almost. I'm gonna have to check that out. Feels good. So what I mean by that is, like, for example, a restaurant, right? You think about the cook in the kitchen, you think about the cashier, you don't think about the busboy, you don't think about the guy who's cleaning, you don't think about the guy who's maintaining things, you don't think about the manager who's doing, you don't think about the accountant, you don't think about the guy that's gonna make sure that the delivery guy. You don't think about those people. You think about who you see, but there's so much people behind that, and it's a whole team, right? And that's important. And I think that's what's going on with YouTube. It's, yes, something that I'm interested, but it's so much more than just making content. It's posting, it's finding the right hashtags. Then it's kind of funny because with the right hashtag, I'm like, okay, well, I'm fucking cheating because my video isn't good. The hashtags are just good. But then it's kind of complex because it's both of them. Is my content good enough to be watched? Yes and no. Am I too reliant on hashtag yes and no? Is it a tool that I should use but I'm not using for XYZ reason? And are those reasons valid or stupid? And in most cases, those reasons are completely dummy, you know? And that is just life. That is just life itself. I'm gonna do this, we're missing some storage, which is not good because I got an event in a couple hours. Oh, okay, I can delete you because we downloaded you on this phone. At least this phone is working. Okay. When my top stops, they go a little bit of love drop, baby, some more. We from the north, we from the Canada. See, you see, I'm saying hashtag as a way to kind of cheat the system, but no, it's a tool. When there's a math problem that I cannot resolve, I need to use a calculator. Am I cheating? No, I'm using the tools that are available to me. Right? Now, in a perfect world, you don't need the tool. In a perfect world, there's a problem in front of you and you know how to resolve it. But what is the perfect world? And what does it imply? Is this something that comes like that, or is this something that takes time? And the answer is, I don't know. Got 2.8, we're good. We're good. We're not good at all, but it's okay. My apologies. Trying to wait to cheat. If I can do that, that's gonna be amazing. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is, so we have a file that's 4 hours, and we have a file that's 1 hour. So we're gonna do RR2, right? And we're gonna cancel the RR, which is 52 minutes. Okay. Delete. Yes. So you see, because it's one video, this will take me 33 minutes, 32 minutes, 20 minutes, 29. Good. 28. Good. Why is that important? Because this video is actually like an hour and a half. So if I can upload this video, I'm gonna get an hour and a half of content, right? And then we just skip the video to upload because it's so long. Anyway, enough of that talk. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.